What's going on, everybody? Deacon here. I just want to do a quick video sharing my response on what I thought about the Damon Dash interview on the Breakfast Club. And if you haven't seen the video that I'm talking about, I left a link in the description below, and also I time-stamped it because the main clip that people keep sharing on Facebook is when he talks about the difference between a boss mentality and an employee mentality. And I just wanted to give my feedback just briefly on what I thought about that instead of constantly going on everybody's posts who's sharing it and leaving my comment. Now, to be honest with you guys, I liked the interview. He definitely dropped some jewels in that video, and especially being a guy from the hood and from Harlem, he was able to relate it in a way that people who may not be in the corporate world and necessarily understand the corporate lingo. So for me, it was more of a type of a layman's term type interview. But if anybody knows Damon Dash, he has the mentality I used to have years ago. And one of the things that I used to say years ago was, I said what I said, you take it how you take it. And that's how Dame Dash is. He says what he says and he uses the analogies he wants. And if you get offended by it, so be it. So if you watch the video and you see how he talks about the difference between the boss and an employee mentality, one of the things he said is that for him, calling another man his boss is like calling a man his daddy. And if you're a man and you're doing that, basically he doesn't have no respect for you as a man, because men don't do that. I know that pissed a lot of people off when he said that. And when I was looking at the comments on the actual video, one thing that somebody said, and it was definitely true, I can attest to this. They said, I bet that if this was a professor or some white guy, businessman or something like that, you guys wouldn't be saying half the stuff you're saying. And to be honest with you guys, the man was right. But the reason why so many people were saying some of the things they were saying about Dame Dash and just automatically disagreeing with him, because even though he said a lot of truths, some of the things he said kind of sounded like it was condescending and kind of putting people down. And anything you learn about people, that even if you're telling them the truth, but you're telling them in a way that they feel threatened or you're putting them down, they're gonna automatically go after your character. So of course, because of that, most of the comments you've seen people talking about Dame Dash were, oh, this dude talking about how he a businessman and he doing his own thing. This man worth negative $2 million. Oh, he just saying this because he bitter because two of the guys, Jay and Kanye, are now worth more than he is. And see, I learned that a long time ago, that whenever you tell somebody the truth, but you're doing it and they feel like that you're putting them down, oh, they're gonna start looking at your flaws immediately, and then all the truth and all the good stuff that you said will go on deaf ears, because as we all know, when it comes to giving advice, it's not just what you say, but it's also how you say it. Had he had just said, if you're a man or a woman and you're working for somebody that you call your boss, don't let that be your end game. You should always be striving for something more to end up having your own. Because no matter how much you're grinding or how hard you're working, and yeah, you might earn a bonus or extra vacation, but the person who you call boss, who owns the company, is making the majority of the money and they're only paying you a fraction of it. So instead, align yourself in a way where you can take your own vacation days and that you get 100% of the profits, then to be able to buy and reinvest in yourself, instead of always just collecting a check for someone else, being told what you can and cannot do. With his interview, like I said, it was great information. You're always gonna have people to make excuses, but it helped plant a seed with somebody who was ready to take that dive, may have given them that extra incentive to now take that dive. Or it may be somebody who was already sitting at a job and is saying, man, you know what, he's right, I need to go ahead and make that next step, or start grinding, start saving to now put their money towards other things so that they can have their own business, instead of always finding ways to put their money in other people's pockets. But that's all I wanted to share for this video. So if you enjoyed the video, click the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, leave a comment in the comment section below. If you watched the interview, what did you get from it? What did you think about it? Did it plant any seeds in your mind, or is it something that you're already doing and you agree with some of the things he said, you disagree with some of the things he said? Just let me know in the comment section below. And as always, be wise, and until I see you guys next time,